Hey guys, it's me Betty and welcome back to Betty's Books. Today's video is my February reading wrap up. See, there was a bit of a trend with this month because I rated all of these books 4.25 stars, which is really weird, like especially because it's like a quarter rating as well, so it's really weird that I rated all those the same. But I'm just going to get into telling you about what books I read this month. So the first book I read was The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, and it was really good. It basically follows this girl called Kiva, who is the healer in this prison. She's a prison healer. That's like this really high security prison, and basically this rebel queen gets taken into the prison, and there's this like, what's it called, a sentence that's called like a trial by ordeal. Is it trial by ordeal? I think so. It doesn't say, but I think it's called the trial by ordeal, where basically you've got to go through all these trials, and basically if you survive all 4 of them, you get your freedom. So Kiva basically offers to go in her place because the queen is very sick. This says this all in the back of the book, by the way, so I'm not spoiling anything. I get so worried about spoiling things, so I make sure everything I say is on the back of the book. And it was just, I found the setting of the prison like really interesting because we like don't leave. And I think it's really, really interesting to see what life is like in the prison and just kind of all the different, I don't know, I found it a very interesting setting. Because obviously when you're like set in like that new fantasy world, obviously it's all very interesting learning about life there kind of thing. But learning about a particular part of the world, like especially learning about like the justice system and stuff as well, it was really, really interesting. I really loved all of the characters. I was so attached, especially Tip. I loved Tip. And yeah, I gave this 4.25 stars. The twist at the end, I was flabbergasted. I have got the other 2, like literally, I kid you not, like there. I've got the other 2 here. And I can't wait to read them. So I gave this 4.25 stars. But I don't know how to explain it. It was 4.25, but I really, really enjoyed it. And I've got the other 2 to read. So that's that. Okay, so the next book that I read in February was Gallant by V.E. Schwab. This is my first V.E. Schwab, and I'm very excited about it. I also have The Invisible Life of Andy LaRue over there, but I haven't read it yet. And a lady at my book club lent this to me because she said it was quite Stranger Thingsy, and I was struggling with the hangover of Stranger Things being done. So yeah, and this basically follows this mute girl named Olivia, and she is in this kind of orphanage school for girls kind of place, and the only kind of personal possession she has is her mother's old journal. And she gets a letter one day from her uncle saying, oh, come home to Gallant, which is the name of the house, which is a really cool name for a house, by the way. And she goes, and things are a bit weird, as in her uncle isn't there, her uncle is dead, which isn't great, but she still gets let in. And yeah, it was just really interesting. It was a bit spooky. It was like the right amount of spooky though, like it wasn't I'm going to be staying up all night, scared to turn the lights off kind of thing. It was just kind of a bit eerie, which I really enjoyed. And I liked the like alternate dimension aspect of it as well. And I don't really know what else to say. It was 4.25 stars. It was pretty good. And like this whole middle section here, I don't know if you can see, it's like darker. Like V.E. Schwab put Olivia's mother's journal in the book, which I thought was really cool. So I would really recommend this. It's not that scary. It's not like a horror book, which is good because I'm a wimp, basically. But yeah, it was just really good. If you want something a bit eerie, a bit Stranger Thingsy, then this is for you. We've been joined by a special guest now. No, we haven't. I think she's trying to leave. Oh, bye. Anyway, this is Luna. And the next book that I read I did as an audiobook after watching the film in the cinemas and bawling my eyes out, I did this as an audiobook, even though I had the physical book, just because I thought it would be easier to digest. And that is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. I cried so much in this cinema. It was like a 2-hour movie, and from about half an hour in, I was bawling like a baby. It was amazing. I loved it so much. So I thought, might as well read the book. And Jessie Buckley, who plays Agnes in the film, narrates the audiobook on Audible, and it was really good. I find her voice very soothing, so it was very nice. And this basically follows Shakespeare's family, but Shakespeare's name is not mentioned like at all, and I think that's a really cool detail. And it just follows how Shakespeare and his wife met, their children, the death of his son, and it's so raw, like especially the film. It was just so raw and emotional and also attached to everyone. It was just a beautiful book and a beautiful film. I will say though, but I don't know if this is because I watched the film first, I had much more of an emotional reaction to the film, but I think that's probably because I watched it first and I didn't really know what was going to happen. And the only reason that I watched the film first is like I put in a New Year's resolution. I was like, oh, I'm going to read the books before I watch the films, right? But I got invited with my book club to go and watch it. And I tried to get it done. I tried to start it, but I just didn't have time. So that's kind of how it went. But, yeah. So I also gave this 4.25 stars. Sorry, the cat is like trying to bite me right now. I gave this 4.25 stars. It was so emotional. It was beautifully written. It was amazing. Now, the last book that I read in February was a NetGalley arc. And I was very excited, you see. So this is why you check your emails. Because on Valentine's Day, I got an email from the Siren Book Club. And it basically said, we are going to give you some free NetGalley access to Lynn Painter's new book, First and Forever. I screamed. I was like, oh, yeah. And I uploaded it onto my Kindle, ready to go. And I started reading it. And it basically follows this girl named Duffy. And, well, woman, it's one of her adult ones. I've never read one of her adult ones before, actually. So this was very exciting for me. So, yeah, it follows this woman called Duffy, and she basically has a run-in with an NFL mascot. So she ends up all over the news, and she has to go and do this interview to, like, clean it up, kind of. And then the star football man comes in to, like, kind of vouch for her, I guess. And then he like asks her out on a date, and it's all very cute. And I really enjoyed it. And I gave it 4.25 stars. It was just so sweet. Lynn Painter never misses with that. I've not read a single Lynn Painter book that I did not like, which is amazing. And I love her writing. It's just so fluffy, so funny as well. And I really like the show Monk, that I literally, like, no one else has watched, and it's, like, really sad. But Duffy's favourite show in the book is Monk. And I, like, told my mum, I was like, Mum, she likes Monk. And she was like, oh my golly. It was amazing. I love that show. Go watch Monk, and go read First and Forever when it comes out, which it comes out in May? Like, May 20th-ish, I think. I need to get better at remembering the release dates of these books, but it'll be somewhere whilst I've been talking. So that, my lovely friends, is my February reading wrap up. I read 4 books, 1 audiobook, 1 ebook, e-arc, whatever you want to call it, and 2 physical books. So, yeah, I will be posting. I'm a bit behind on my reviews at the moment. So I do need to post reviews for all these books on my Instagram at Betty'sBooks10, but they will be coming soon. I can guarantee it. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and coming with me on this little reading wrap-up journey. And I hope to see you next time. So have a great day, week, month, year, however long it is until I next see you. Have a great time then. Bye for now.